Alright, so this is a real quick video today on indexing your spark plugs properly and checking your chain case tension so you can spend less time in the shop and more time on the mountain sanding it. I just put the turbo on and I took it for one ride and it was running pretty good, but it had a little bit of a, not a misfire, but a little bit of a bog to it. And I'm just checking the spark plugs and I can almost guarantee this is going to be my issue. So I already loosened these plugs off, but I marked how they were sitting when they were screwed all the way down. And these spark plugs were not indexed properly. So that's where my mark was. So that's how it was sitting in the bore. So you're not supposed to have the ground side of the spark plug facing up towards the injector. So these are the injectors up top. This plug was sitting almost in the perfect position to block the injector spray. So it's supposed to be sitting 90 degrees, 180 degrees, or 90 degrees the other way. It cannot be facing anywhere up top facing the injector like this. And both of my spark plugs were like that. So I can almost guarantee this is going to be my issue. So I'm just at the front of the engine here. I'm going to put my spark plug back in. This is my new one. I marked where the ground side is to this spark plug. So when it goes in the bore, this ground side cannot be facing up and it cannot be facing 90 degrees of straight up. So it can be sitting like this or 180 degrees like that, but nothing blocking the spray of the injector. And you want to torque this to 21 foot-pounds, and they should be indexed properly from Skidoo. And if they do not sit properly, throw the plug away, it's no good. Go get a new one. This is a 2020 ETEC 850, but all ETECs are going to be the same. And they come gapped as well, so you don't have to touch anything. All right, so we got both plugs in there and they're both torqued down to 21 foot-pounds. And you can see both plugs are pretty much perfect. So they're 90 degrees. The ground is sitting 90 degrees towards me from these injectors firing straight down. So the injector flow is not going to be interrupted by the ground side of the spark plug. It's going to be atomized properly and it's going to run like it should. So taking a look at my old spark plug here, just again for reference, I marked it before I took it out, and my marking is in the same spot as that plug there, but my ground is actually up top here. So you could see the ground side of my spark plug was blocking the injector flow perfectly. And I'll show you a little clip, and it was not running the best, so I can almost guarantee this is going to fix it. And this is definitely something that's nice to check at home in the comfort of your own shop or your own garage, because spark plugs on a Skidoo are kind of tight to get at, and it's not that fun trying to do them on the side of a hill, especially in the cold. So definitely check this out before you go riding. This is just one of Skidoo's quirks. The ETEC is a great engine, but there's little things like this that help it run even better. So just make sure those spark plugs aren't blocking the injector atomization, and you will have a smooth running engine. This is another pro tip here if you want to check your chain case tension really quick. Take the little tool out of your belt kit here, and you can just hold it in place, but I just use a little bit of tape because I don't have two sets of hands here. And if you mark your secondary and give it a wiggle, if you have the amount of play as the thickness of your little belt tool here, that's pretty damn close. So wiggle it back and forth. And that's what you're looking for. That's pretty much perfect there. And then if you did need to adjust it, you can come to this side. And right under your pull start, that same little Torx bit on your belt tool, you can come over here and tighten it clockwise or loosen it. And it has this little locking clip here. On the new ones, they're just on a little flat detent, so you don't even have to take that clip out. You can tighten it and you'll feel a little bit of tension, and it'll kind of fall back into place when you go a half rotation. And it's pretty slick. So I'll just show you here. That clip's still in place using my belt tool here. And you could hear it click there. About a half turn, and she's locked in there. So you're not losing that little clip if you're on the side of the mountain. Pretty slick setup. The older ones, you might have to take that clip out, but I think any of the modern stuff, it's pretty nice. So hopefully those couple of little tips help you out, make things a little bit easier for you. And I will be getting some clips of the turbo in action here, so stay tuned for that. Cheers, guys.
Mm-hmm.